Welcome back to Making Life Easier as You Age. Today we're going to discuss making your life easier if you are a caregiver. If you're a caregiver, not only do I applaud you because I did this for a short time myself and realize how difficult it really is, but you also know that if you are not at your best, you can't give your best. So there are a lot of things you can do to protect your own body so that you don't get hurt, so you can give the best care possible. Back in Episode 5, we talked about handheld shower heads. These are critical if you are washing someone else. Have the person you're caring for sit on a shower stool and use the handheld shower head to bathe them. It will be much more pleasant for them and a lot easier for you and your back. Changing sheets often can be a real backbreaker. If you're caring for someone who is incontinent, even diapers won't hold all that can be expelled during the night. To protect the sheets, reduce odor, and save your back, consider bed liners or bed protectors, often referred to as chucks. They get that name because hospitals use the paper disposable type and chuck the used ones. Now, if you don't want to use disposable chucks, you can use washable chucks. This is far more environmentally friendly. Or you can even make your own for very little money. If you go to the Goodwill store on their Saturday half-off sale, you can get bath towels for $1 or $2 a piece. They're the perfect width, and you want about 36 inches long. Then to make them waterproof, you can go to the dollar store and get tablecloths. Get the kind that have a little fleece on the back, because they're much thicker and will hold up better in the washing machine. Sew those together and you have some very nice, very inexpensive bed liners. Now if you sew, or if you know somebody who can sew for you, one of the greatest things you can have is adult bibs. Now I make these with an old towel on one side and flannel on the other, and a little Velcro to fasten them. They're nice and wide, they cover your entire front. You want to make sure you make them long enough so that they fold over and form a little pocket to catch any food that may fall. These will not only save the wardrobe of the person you're caring for, they're going to greatly reduce the amount of wash you have to do. Now if you're caring for someone else, you may be required to do a lot of lifting during the day, and this will take a toll on your back. One thing you can do to help yourself is get a back stabilizer from your local pharmacy. These are easy to put on with Velcro fasteners. One thing you want to make sure when you buy one is to get bilateral adjustments so that the tension is even. If nothing else, a back stabilizer reminds you to use your legs when you lift and not your back. Unfortunately, emergencies can happen when you're taking care of someone. Having to call for help is upsetting, and you will not want to leave the person alone while you search for documents you may need at the hospital. So before anything happens, gather all your documents and put them in an envelope and put it on the front of your refrigerator clearly marked. That way you can grab it and give it to the firemen or ambulance paramedics when they arrive. The information you'll need to include are the person's name and date of birth, any existing medical conditions, their primary care physician's name and phone number, the hospital that doctor is affiliated with, a medical power of attorney, list of medications and supplements and their dosages, insurance card, and living will or DNR order. In an emergency, we don't always think clearly, and it's just much easier to gather this information ahead of time so you just have one envelope to grab before you leave. And if someone else is watching the person you care for while you're out, emergency responders are trained to look at and in the refrigerator for emergency envelopes. You may be caring for someone who is still mobile and you can get out and about together. In that instance, it's nice to have an emergency kit in the trunk of your car. This, of course, will be specialized to the needs of the person you're caring for, but things it could include would be extra diapers, a complete change of clothing in case of accident, extra cushions to raise them up in a restaurant, a magnifying glass to read the menu, flexi straws to make drinking easier, and the all-important adult bib. If you're caring for someone who isn't mobile, something that gives you great peace of mind is a baby monitor. These are voice activated, So the person who is not mobile doesn't have to find a thing. They don't have to push a button. They just have to raise their voice to call you. You are the mobile unit. So if you're out getting the mail, in the garage doing laundry, out working in the backyard, you'll be able to hear them respond immediately. You know, caring for someone else, especially at end of life, is a great responsibility. It takes a lot out of you, and it's extremely important that you are taking care of yourself, because if you aren't in good shape, you won't be able to give the best care to that person. And usually this person is a loved one. You want to care for them. So take care of yourself first. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for automatic notification of future episodes. And share your comments on how you've made your life as a caregiver easier. Until next time.